Before the status, awards, glory, and the sold-out shows all around the world, before the over 600 million streams of his much-desired music, he was not considered a well-behaved student. He was Damini Ogulu, a recalcitrant schoolboy known for skipping classes and getting into trouble. Today, that rebellion has generated a music genre called Afrofusion, created employment opportunities for many, and initiated a movement that gets people to question certain as-well accepted notions, and above all, has become a go-to entertainment source. We bring you the 10 success secrets behind Burna Boy's giant status that you did not know. Spoiler alert, Secret 7 is his best.
Hello there! It's Success O'Clock.
Ten success secrets you didn't know about Burna Boy, Ogulu Damini. His music antecedents. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Burna Boy's life epitomizes that. His maternal grandfather, Benson Idonije, a music critic, was the manager of the great Afrobeat pioneer, Fela Kuti. The trendsetter recalls that his dad used to play reggae and Afrobeats every Sunday. Little wonder, they used to have the records and vinyl of the likes of Super Ninja Man, Buju Banton, etc. His granddad managing the multi-instrumentalist Fela had a great influence on his love for music. A young man that close to the power, the pleasure, and the pull of force music could have, coupled with the tugging inside him to toll the path. What could be more enabling? His mother also being in the arts with a master's degree in translation and a multilinguist, one can agree that Burna Boy had the rightest environment to hone his creativity. He is humble but appears very haughty. He cannot alter his world-class celebrity status. It is not even news anymore, the fact that he's frequently mobbed wherever he goes. Burna is an Ajebo boy who grew up in the oil-rich state of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. His father ran a welding business while his mother was a lecturer and translator. He went to some of the best schools in Nigeria before relocating to the UK for his university. What more could a child need to feel on top of the world? He says Nigerians love him now because they can see that the whole world likes him too. But in the midst of all this glory and greatness, while people think that he's something special, he denies being special. He humbly says that he's just a human whose skill is making music. In fact, the way he sees it, everyone plays their own role in the world, and no role is more important than the other. Burna is rich, but he does not let his head so swell with money and mansions, medals or model to the point where he forgets where he's coming from or going to. Damini believes that one is only as rich as where one comes from, and he points out that Nigeria has a lot of poverty. Nice sense of empathy. Kanye West's album helped to make him popular. Burna Boy started making his own beats using Fruity Loops in the early days of his music career journey. A close source said his teachers would often tell his mother to look out for him because he had something special, even though he acted obstinately. Call it fate or coincidence, but when Burna Boy released his hitmaker, Yay, it was a good song, and it was gathering all the moss and momentum it could until June 2018, when American rapper Kanye West released his 8th studio album, bearing the same name as Burna's song, Yay. It was the perfect game changer for Burna, because whenever fans of Kanye all over the world searched for the Yay album, Burna's single matched the query, and it was indexed alongside Kanye's. This, though, was half the miracle. The other half of the miracle was that the song was as good songs come. So, it was a case of preparation meeting opportunity, and boom, as they say, Burna got lucky. Or do you agree that he got lucky? Let's know your opinion in the comment section below. His unique music sound and style. We know you've been expecting this way before now. Every lover of Burna Boy's music can trace that undying love to his authenticity and uniqueness. Burna sounds only like himself. Someone who knew him years before the music genius ever got the first break says that they used to laugh at his voice. The Source, a musician in every right, said that he and his comrades thought that his voice was funny and wasn't what anybody would want to hear, let alone his style being material for a big music career aspiration. They were inversely right. He had exactly the voice and the style the whole world would love to hear. In fact, the world doesn't seem to have enough of both his voice and style, as they keep demanding encores everywhere he performs and anticipating his albums. His mother walks him by the hand. What can better depict the saying that a mother's love is unending than Burna Boy's mother, Bose Ugulu? She didn't just do a good job raising the champion, but she's also standing by him every step up the greatness ladder. From her exposure, connection, and understanding, she gave her son a good bite of what is possible when one sees beyond one's immediate physical, career, economic, and cultural environment. This helped form Burna Boy's general worldview as portrayed by his music. Burna Boy's fifth studio album, Twice a Storm, that became his highest charting project, debuting at number 1 on the Billboard World Albums chart, was executive produced by Diddy and his mother. It seems that being Burna's number 1 fan wasn't enough show of affection to her son. She took a notch higher by becoming his manager. Now she can advise him as both his biological and business mother. This role fits her well, owing to her pedigree in the business and the entertainment world for a long time. Burna Boy was called all sorts of names. Even today, a lot of people still think the boy no will. But with his originality and focus on his craft, he has been rewarded with fame and fortune, awards and applause, admiration and adulation. Do you sometimes feel like a misfit, a round peg in a square hole? Or do you feel you need to be someone else to be accepted? Look at Burna Boy. He's stuck with his style and stayed true to his instinct, and today, his style is being globally celebrated. Stay true to you, do you, and be you. The world may soon come rallying around you, asking for autographs or photographs, just like they do with Fowls the Bad Guy. You can watch Fowls' 10 Success Secrets by clicking on the top right corner of your screen or checking the description for the link. Hello there! What an opportunity to have you here at Success Story NG. Oh, you love stories? We love stories too. And even more, we love to share valuable success stories that inspire great ideas and ignite good emotions.
You are welcome to Success Story NG.
He was destined for great things. When Burna Boy's debut studio album, Life, was released on 12 August 2013, no one could predict that it would open the Pandora box for the Grammy Award-winning artist, because in that same year, Nigeria Entertainment Today ranks the album 10th on its list of the 12 best albums. Burna Boy's Destiny was included in the playlist at the inauguration of Joe Biden in January 2021. He was named YouTube's Artist on the Rise 3 times. He was the only guest artist with their own track on the soundtrack album for Beyoncé's The Lion King, The Gift. His music has been featured as soundtracks for blockbuster movies such as Queen and Slim. He was featured on the remix of Master Cage's viral song, Jerusalema, which led to the song entering various charts. Before winning it, he was the first Nigerian with back-to-back nominations at the Grammys. By now, you would agree with us that he was born to do great things. Excuse me, who isn't? He worked persistently and waited patiently. Perhaps out of humility, he may say he didn't come from riches, but Burna Boy didn't come from rags. He had the resources he could ever need to lead the aloof, do-it-for-me kind of life, but he decided to put in the work. He believes in working hard for what one desires. He said, "For me, I'm someone that's too heavy for the elevator. so I always take the stairs. His mother corroborates this by saying Burna Boy has put in the hard work consistently. He dropped his first mixtape, Burn Identity, in 2011, but he wasn't much of a big deal to many people until 2013 when he released the wave-making album Life. From when he released the very successful album Outside in 2018 that shot him to massive fame, Burna seems to have said goodbye to stopping as he keeps upping the ante year after year. Even after he slightly missed the Grammy Award in 2020, so many people thought he would be devastated by the loss, but he stayed undeterred. In less than a year, his efforts proved him worthy of the world's highest musical award, the Grammys. Congratulations, Odogu. He is not afraid or ashamed to sing like the greats. In Secret 4, we talked about his unique style and voice, remember? Like many successful people, when he first started his career and trying to go mainstream, a lot of critics said he sounded croaky and that he was shadowing the great Fela. They predicted that, like many copycats before him, that his reign will be as temporal as smoke. Burna Boy did not only play in the pattern of the likes of Fela and Bob Marley, but also admits that they influenced his style a great deal. His music drew heavily from the music of Fela Kuti, King Sunny Ade, and Bob Marley, because these were some of the voices that helped him hone his skill before finding his own path. Think about it. Before one becomes anything, one must first learn from their forerunners. You learn to drive from a driver, but once you master driving, you can then decide how you want your driving style to be, which may be totally different from the style of your teacher. This is what Burna Boy did, and he's never ashamed or afraid to say, yes, I did learn from these great music makers. Schooling in the UK broadened his stance. He had his primary and secondary education in some of the best schools in Nigeria before being relocated to London to further his studies. Mama Burna remembers that it became a headache for her and his father because he clearly showed that he wasn't interested in school. His parents felt it was a waste of both the lad's 2 years and their funds, but his success has reversed that standpoint 360 degrees. In retrospect, Mama Burna agrees that what seemed like a waste at the time was actually a blessing in disguise. He learned to think with a much widened range. He better understood the struggle that his highly respected post-mortem mentor, Fela, sang and fought for. He believes in getting things done himself. Critics have called the megastar all sorts of names we cannot itemize here. One such name is Mr. I Know It All, simply because he likes to get his hands dirty and get the job done. In 2014, Burna Boy split from Aristocrat Records. In February 2015, he founded the record label Spaceship Entertainment, 8 months after parting ways with Aristocrat Records. Burna Boy released his second album, On a Spaceship, on 25th November 2015. With more and more success, the hitmaker seems to just be getting started. Now, see how far his I can do it myself attitude has brought him. Which of Burna Boy's 10 success secrets had the greatest impact on you? Let us know in the comment section below. There is only one thing more precious than our time, and that is who or what we spend it on. Subscribe and turn on your notifications for more stories that inspire good ideas and ignite good emotions like this one. All Success Story NG videos are produced by Teabag Media